How to add a general ledger account. General ledger accounts keep track of the church's transactions by 5 main categories: assets, liabilities, net assets, revenues, and expenses. All of the general ledger accounts together make up the chart of accounts. When you begin with IconCMO, some general ledger accounts have already been set up for you. To add a new general ledger account, do the following. First, from the menu, select General Ledger, GL, Chart of Accounts. On the top right-hand side, select the button that says Add New Account. Select from the drop-down list the appropriate account type, such as Assets. Select from the next drop-down list the appropriate category within the account type. For example, if you select Assets as the account type, the next field asks you to select what type of asset. If you want to set up a bank account, you would select Bank. If you selected an account type of asset or liability, the next drop-down list for you to select is Type Detail. Notice that this drop-down selection does not appear if you selected anything other than asset or liability for account type. If we continue with our example of setting up a bank account, you would select Checking from the drop-down list. By selecting Checking here, you will be able to reconcile this bank account in the system. If you select anything other than Checking, maybe Savings, you won't be able to reconcile this bank account within the system. The next selection to make is if the account is to be a sub-account of another main account. An example of sub-accounts would be if you set up insurance expenses as the main heading and then added health, vehicle, or building as sub-accounts. This would allow you to see the total amount of insurance expenses, but also see the individual amounts for health insurance. If you do not want the account to be a sub-account, select the option Not a Sub-Account. Enter how you want the account to appear on reports in the box titled Account Name. Remember that the system will group accounts by the main categories and then will alphabetize them within the categories. We'll call this Wells Fargo Checking. Some characters are not allowed to be part of the account name. You can't use a comma, a tilde, quotation marks, or an apostrophe. If you want, enter a description of the account in the box titled Description, but that's optional. Enter the button marked Save to complete the setup.